So hello, good morning. Oh, look at that, I've got the shadow of the thing all across my face. It's Friday, thank God, the 9th of December. I really don't know where I am. I'm going back to work today. Mr. S is okay. His mum's coming over to see to him today. So I'm going back to work. I'm still absolutely shattered. Excuse me. This has not been a week I wish to repeat. It's been flaming awful. I can't wait for tomorrow morning. I don't have to get up so early. Seriously. So it's Vlogmas day 9. As I'm filming this, I haven't even uploaded days 7 and 8 yet. So I'm a bit behind. So bear with. We'll get there. So yeah, see what today brings. Probably going to be busy. So I'll catch you all a bit later. Goodbye. So hello, it's about 6:15 on Friday. I haven't vlogged at all today. This is the first chance I've had. Work's been absolutely crazy. Just waiting for husband to pick me up. I'm absolutely done in. I look terrible. My hair's awful. I'm so glad it's the weekend. After this week's been a bit difficult, shall we say. It was good being back at work today because it's got me back into my routine, and it was nice to be back at work and to feel useful as part of a team again and just do my normal daily routine. Mr. S is on the mend, I'm pleased to say. I've just spoken to him to ask him to pick me up, and he sounds so much better, so much brighter. He can actually speak clearly now. He couldn't even speak properly last week. That's how ill he was. So yes, really pleased this weekend. It's just the thought of my alarm not going off tomorrow. Oliver's got a birthday party to go to at the Lickeys, so we've got to go and do that. So I'm going to sign off and I'll see you when I get back home. So see you in a bit. Bye-bye. So hello, it's now 8:30. So tired. Oh God, I really a massive yawn. Oh, today's been a bit, well, hasn't really been anything to film. So I've just come upstairs. I'm going to get my pyjamas on. There's some Chinese food on its way, which I'm so happy about. I've got a glass of wine. Do you know what? I could quite easily crawl into bed. I think that I've been living on my nerves and my adrenaline this week, and I think it's finally run out. I think I've got a state of my hair. I think it's awful. Oh God, look at the state of me. It's terrible. I think I finally reached, I was checking, I haven't got Oliver creeping up because he just do that whenever I'm filming. I think I finally reached that point where my body's just like, you know what, you're tired and you've got to give in. I saw somebody yesterday on the school run who said to me, well, you seem to be coping quite well. What's going on? I was like, well, I can't go to pieces because, you know, I've got Stuart to think about, I've got work to think about, I've got Oliver to think about, and, you know, I have to hold it together and keep going, but just knackered. Absolutely knackered. So I'm going to combine, I'm so sorry, I'm going to combine days 9 and 10 into one video. We'll do some more filming tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know, it's just been a week like I just couldn't, I don't know, I could never have imagined really. Tomorrow's a bit of a funny day. Not really sure how I'm going to feel tomorrow. If you've watched my previous vlogs, or, you know, you've sort of seen me talk about it, I had a miscarriage back in April this year, very early miscarriage, just after we'd been to Breen, to Pontins. And my due date would be tomorrow. Now, I've been dreading this due date for a while, and with everything that's been going on this week, I just literally haven't had time to think about it, which probably not been a bad thing at all. Not that I would want anything like that to have happened to Mr. S as a way to take my mind off it. Definitely not. No way. Because I've been so preoccupied with him and work's been so busy that I just haven't really sort of thought about it. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. Only time's going to tell on that one. It's one of those things, and it's the second time I've been through it, you don't really know how you're going to feel until you get there. Got to say, right this minute, I feel okay. A week ago, if you'd asked me, I would have said no. I feel awful. But truth be told, I've been back to the doctors and I've gone back on medication to sort of even out how I feel, which is definitely helping. So who knows? We'll see how tomorrow pans out, really, and how I feel. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to put my comfies on. I'm going to have some wine. I'm going to have some food. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and stop yawning. So I'm going to catch up with you all again tomorrow for day 10. Like I say, Oliver's got a party. Beyond that, I really don't know what else is going to happen. Sunday, we're at my mum and dad's for lunch, which will be lovely. We'll try and film some of that. So until tomorrow, I'll see you all then. Thank you. Good night. So hello, good morning. It's December the 10th, so it's Vlogmas day 10. I still want to say Vlogtober. Don't know quite where I am. So it's Saturday morning. Can you see Oliver there? Mr. S, I was going to see if I can turn this.
Hello.
He's on the mend. Yay! Yay! So we're just taking Oliver to a birthday party at the Lickey Hills. Woo! Indeed. Only problem is it's just, I'll turn that, I don't know if you can see. It's just started raining as we've gone out. But he's got his wellies on. He's got his big walking stick, so he's all prepared. Not sure what Mr. S and I are going to do while he's there.
I think 2 YouTubers are going to be there, me and my friend.
Oh, I can't see you behind the thing. You're in here. So, the Lickey Hills is quite nice actually. It's not that far from where we live. Oh, some van just doing a strange manoeuvre there, going on the wrong side of the road. So yes, that's where we're headed. Oh dear, the rain's getting worse. Oh flip. Hopefully it'll stop soon. So we'll see you all in a bit. Goodbye. 6:30. I didn't really film anything this afternoon because the weather after we got back was atrocious. So I've just sort of hunkered down in the living room. So I've just come up now just to finish the video off for the day. Oliver really enjoyed his birthday party, which was really, really good. So yes, it's just been a quiet afternoon. And it's, well, if you heard me talking yesterday on the video, you'll know that today I was really not sure about. It's December the 10th. It's the day that I would have been due to give birth if I hadn't miscarried back in April. I didn't know how I was going to feel today. I'm one of these people, I get myself really stressed out in the lead up to things. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been really dreading today, really worrying about today. And I do this all the time. I am a terrible worrier and I get really stressed and anxious about things that are coming. And then when I get there, it's usually nothing like I think they're going to be. And I think today's no different. I felt okay today, actually. I think I've kept myself busy. I've done some Christmas shopping and done bits and pieces to Oliver to his party. Just, you know, and I think the events of this week, there's so much going on with Mr. S being poorly that I haven't really had time to think about it all. So, I don't know. I didn't know how I would feel. It's strange, really. I mean, I thought I'd be a blubbery mess today, but I'm not. It's like you don't know how you're supposed to feel. Are you supposed to be upset? Are you supposed to be okay? I mean, there's no real answer to it. But it's funny. The only time it really got to me today, or I sort of caught myself a little bit, was when I was actually thinking back to when I found out I was pregnant, which was we were at Puxton Park, and I went off and did a pregnancy test in the toilet. And I came back to show Mr. S, and I was like, oh my God. And I went through like a massive load of emotions. I was happy, but I was also really scared. I was really worried what we were going to do financially, practical terms of room, because we've only got 2 bedrooms. You know, I was going through all these feelings and also having to process the fact that this was my first pregnancy since having an early miscarriage. I was 41. Well, nearly 41. I was 40 at the time. You know, Stu was nearly 46. It's like, oh, you know. And I sort of more thought about it. I thought, you know, we'll be all right. And I remember going to the beach at Breen and standing on that beach. You can see it in the Pontins vlog. And when I'm filming that, I knew I was pregnant then. And I remember looking out at the sea and being really happy. And it's like this little moment. It's like a bit of calm came over. And I'm looking out at the sea in the sun thinking, it's all going to be okay. And can't believe I'm pregnant. And in that moment, I allowed myself to be happy, because I think I was so terrified of what could happen and what eventually did happen. I mean, I spent days after that being so anxious. I'd go to the loo all the time, constantly checking to see if I was bleeding. Of course, on a Sunday night I started, and I kept thinking, oh, it's only a little bit, you know, oh, it might be okay. Because I got up Monday morning and no, it definitely wasn't okay. And it's weird, really, because obviously I didn't plan to get pregnant, and I don't plan on getting pregnant again. And I think I've had to make peace with that. Not only have I had to make peace with having 2 losses, I've had to make peace with the fact that I'm not going to have any more. Obviously, Oliver's now 9. He's 10 next year. So there'd be a huge age gap if I did have another one. And plus, I know I'm not old. I'm not old by any stretch of the imagination at 41. But I'm also not as young as I was when I had Oliver. I don't have the same amount of energy. Our life is in a completely different place to when we had Oliver. I'm now the main wage earner. You know, it would put a lot of pressure on me to have another one. And it's one of those ones, the heart wants one thing and the head wants another. In my head, I'm like, no. You know, and in my heart, of course, if I could click my fingers and be pregnant, of course I would. You know, I would give my right arm to be pregnant. I know what I'm missing from having had a baby. I know, you know, and obviously having Oliver prematurely, I don't know what it's like to have a full-term birth. I don't know what it's like to have your baby and then have them given to you and do all of that. And I think I've had to mourn the loss of all of that as well. The fact that I will never know what that's like. I'll never be I don't know what it's like to be heavily pregnant. I don't know what it's like to have a full-term birth, to be able to have a go at breastfeeding properly. There's a lot of mixed emotions. There's a lot of things I have to work through, which is why I'm going to counselling, hopefully in the new year. I'm waiting for them to get back to me, because there's lots of things I have to process and I have to put to bed, if you like, for want of a better term. But, excuse me, I've got an itchy eye, I do apologise. That I've got to make peace with, I think, really, and then move on. But it was funny today because while we were waiting to pick up Oliver from the party, we were a bit early, so we were sat in the car because it was tipping down with rain. And there was a little robin flying around, and Stuart was like, oh my God, look, there's a robin in that bush, and it looks like it's looking right at us. And it did, it was like looking right at us, and then it came closer and got onto like a little tree trunk and was like looking at us. And I took that as a sign that wherever the two that I've lost are, they were, they were looking over us today. And they say that that's what robins symbolise. They symbolise the start of new beginnings. They also symbolise the loss of loved ones. So I'd like to think that little robin today was a little symbol of something, whether you believe that or not. But, sometimes you have to take comfort in things as and when you can, It's difficult, isn't it? So that's how my day's been. Not as bad as I thought it would be. The fact that I've been able to sit here and talk without getting upset has amazed even me, actually, because normally I can't. Normally I just go to pieces. I'm by no means over it, and it's going to take a lot of dealing with, and it's things I'm going to have to compartmentalise and put away, and I have to look forward now and not keep looking back. I can't keep thinking about what could have been, what would have been, what might have been. I have to look at what I've got. I've got Oliver, I've got Mr. S. And thank God I've got Mr. S. And, I could have lost him this week. That's terrifying. I won't be sorry to see the back of 2016. I'm not going to lie. It's not been a good year, really. I'll be perfectly honest. I think there's been I don't think I'm alone in feeling like that. I think a lot of people just think this year's a total write-off. But for me personally, what happened in April and then what happened this week has just awful. No, it's not been the best of weeks. As I'm sure you've all gathered really from my videos over the last couple of days. I've had better weeks in my life, and Mr. S has as well. And although he's on the mend, it's still very slow going, and he's still very anxious, obviously. So I just, I've got to concentrate on getting him better, really. So I'm going to call it a day because I think I've just rambled on enough now. And yeah, that's it from me. So that's it for day 10. We're into double figures now. We're really getting somewhere now. And I was thinking, actually, 2 weeks today it's Christmas Eve, and I am going to finish Vlogmas on Christmas Eve because it's quite an undertaking to film every single day, and Christmas for me is a family time, and as much as I love sharing my life with you all, that is going to stay off camera. There might be some Instagram stuff, but that will stay off camera because it's important. It's just me and my family. So yes, so another 2 weeks and you'll be free of my face talking to you every single day. Anyway, thank you all for watching. And again, thank you to everybody who's left me well wishes and asked about Mr. S this week. It's been greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all tomorrow for day 11. Bye-bye.